What's up? What's up, people? What's going on, man? Good to have you guys back with us. I'm happy to be here. Hopefully, you guys having a great week. Put, doing some cosmetic care to my face, a little Vaseline. How's everyone doing? Hopefully, everyone's doing great. The weather's great. A lot of rain on the East Coast. Hopefully, where you at, everybody's okay, and things are still in your favor. If not, it's okay. God gonna make it all right. He's an on-time God. First and foremost, we got to give the Most High, who give us the power, energy, the wisdom, and knowledge to be here. So hopefully, you guys are still here. We're in the land of the living. I'd like to give a shout out to all the loved ones on our social media platforms. You guys are doing great. I thank you. Every once in a while, I will talk about social media and how it affects everything. And a couple episodes ago, I did that and I took it down off my page because I didn't want to seem like I was begging or seem like I was threatening people to lock in with us. If you do, you do. You don't, you don't. You know, you know. It's okay. As we know better, we do better. So it's cool. I just want to say to everyone also, as I watch the news, I don't know if you guys are watching the news or you're getting it. It's a lot of things happening. Dumb stuff is happening in episode 39. And when I say dumb, my personal opinion, I look at life lost or that life was not worth it to do that. Like when we talked about the burnt biscuits at Popeyes, that man did not deserve to get shot, even though he did put his hands on the victim. The man didn't deserve to get shot. No one should have got hurt. We have to be more in our time and our mind, be current. Can we walk away? Is it all right to walk away? And of course it is. It's always okay to walk away to live another day. Um, Burnt biscuits is not worth a bullet. Good biscuits that's not burnt ain't worth a bullet. And no time, no one should get shot or hurt or taken away life, or attempt to take away life. That's not cool. So, in my holy opinion and my honorable opinion, when we look at things like that, or the man that went and he was in Checkers in Kissimmee, Florida, and he was at Old Town Park, and right beside that's a Checkers. He went to a drive-through and he wanted mayonnaise, a packet of mayonnaise. He got shot in his chest and lost his life for a packet of mayonnaise. I don't know. This is not cool. We have to check this. This has to be talked about. So every chance I get to talk about it, and every chance I get to speak about mental health and how it affects people and how you need to be in today's mind frame, not thinking of old times and old things that happened to you that might have you glitch. Everybody glitches. Everybody goes into that dark place sometimes where they don't want to be bothered with nobody. It don't have to be a dark place. It could be a good place where they just stay to yourself. That's fine as long as no negative reactions and thoughts come out of that. But if you have any negative thoughts or negative process that you're trying to execute, then we need to get some help in there. And I'm going to say that till I'm not around. I seen a clip, young girl in New Bern, North Carolina, 18-year-old female, stabbed up her sister, I believe. Her sister's in critical condition. It's your sister. We can't walk away from that. We got to stab our own family members. We can't do better than that. What's going on? I'm drinking my coffee and I'm looking and seeing what's going on. And this is just senseless crimes that's going on that we can avoid if we just took a minute and think about it. excuse me, today's episode 40, it's a goodie. And more. If you ask me, people not gonna like what I'm gonna say, of course, but two dumb moves cost you. It was dumb, and it cost each individual. And sometimes you have to learn from your lessons. Unfortunately for this young lady, she lost her life. She didn't deserve that, even though it might have been dumb to do that. Or it shouldn't have been, maybe not dumb, but maybe it wasn't a wise decision to do what she did. And even if she did that, it wasn't worth her life being taken from her. So we have to realize that this happens. Everybody that's around you is not for you. And your gut feeling that you get not to go, excuse me, or to leave a situation, you should go with it. Your gut feeling is your God, or maybe it is someone trying to tell you, your inner self trying to keep you at peace. So you need to look at that and also take key to that, and don't ignore that. Take that time and leave. You know what I'm saying? Take that time and make that phone call for the cab. You know what I'm saying? You have to listen to your gut. Listen to your gut. That's what kept you safe all this time. And sometimes we make bad, very bad decisions that get us in these situations. So hopefully everyone's doing great. My Knicks lost on Wednesday. I think on Tuesday the Knicks played. They lost. It's not a good look. I'm not feeling it. I'm mad about it, but hey, what can you do? Let's get started with this episode, guys. I hope you like it. Let's just listen up to this. This is really good. Here we go.
New details emerging tonight as one of two former Shelby County Sheriff's deputies faced decertification today. Both were terminated after reports say they took an intoxicated woman to a hotel room after a traffic stop.
There you go, guys. Did y'all hear that? Shelby County Police, they're out of Tennessee, and they were doing their job. One guy was doing his job, as you're going to hear more. The woman was intoxicated. She was behind the wheel. They pulled her over. Everything sound good. But how did they end up in a hotel? Decision making. This, never heard of nothing like this in my life. Decision making. Crazy.
And one deputy allegedly had sex with her. Action News 5's Amani Williams watched the hearing today. Amani, tell us what happened.
Well, we learned who first brought this to the sheriff's office attention and how an off-duty deputy, Michael Zagari, ended up at the scene.
So let me just say this first, guys. I'm laughing on the inside because this is not their first rodeo. And you might say, Jermaine, how did you come to this conclusion? What made you come to this? Well, off-duty cop showed up for no reason. Sure, he was just happened to be in the area. Sure, the black brother just happened, Mr. Smith happened to trust Mr. Michael. They just co-workers, everything is good. Sure, just come on over, meet me at the telly. Listen, this has been going down for a while, guys. It's only being talked about now because it was a critical error that they dropped the ball. Because the woman that was intoxicated never spoke about the hotel. She never spoke about nothing that went on at the hotel. Let's listen up, guys.
Sheldon Smith, former Shelby County Sheriff's deputy, faced the Peace Officers and Standards Training Commission Thursday, up for decertification. He is one of the 2 SCSO deputies fired in June 2024 after reports say he pulled over an intoxicated woman, took her to a hotel with former deputy Michael Zagari. Zagari was not at the meeting, so the commission voted to decertify him by default. The incident came to light when the woman's spouse wanted to know where their car was.
There you go. So her husband didn't know where the car was. So do you know, guys, what would have happened? What would have happened possibly if they just would have returned the vehicle back to the sheriff department? If one of them would have just drove her car to the sheriff department after they finished everything, so that way the spouse would have knew where the car was, this might have not been publicized for us to hear it and know about it. Here we go.
According to testimony,
the victim's spouse came into the sheriff's office substation and wanted to inquire about a vehicle belonging to him.
According to Carla Allen, director of training for SCSO, investigators looked at body camera footage, reports, and took statements about what happened the night of the incident. Termination records show that the 2 did not report that the woman was intoxicated, although they found a bottle of liquor. Allen said the woman was seen on camera noticeably intoxicated.
So the cop on duty, Mr. Smith, Sheldon Smith, said the victim, the woman, didn't appear intoxicated at all. Because, you know, they're trying to say this never happened. The only reason why they have this information, footage on the cam, on the chest cam for the cop, and also the spouse looking for his vehicle. So now that puts 2 and 2 together, and now they rewind and do what they do. They found out about this incident.
She came to the house and did not have the vehicle. She stated to her spouse that she was intoxicated. She had come in contact with 2 deputies, and they had confiscated her car, and she didn't know exactly where it was located.
There you go. She never said nothing about a hotel. Now, Sheldon Smith, the officer on duty, the sheriff, he's the one that, you know, processed her and everything like that. Michael Yuri, he was just there. He happened to show up. He got his call, you know how they call you. Yo, dog, I'm about to get down. Come on through. Slide on over. So he said, I'm en route. You know, he gonna get on over there. So now Smith said, I'm gonna let you handle this because I'm still on duty. Smith was only in the hotel room. The officer on duty was only in the hotel room for 5 minutes. He was gone. But my boy Michael, off duty, power play, my man, my mellow, he said he gonna pick up the slack. Yo, off-duty sheriff out here in Nashville, Tennessee, and they knocking down victims after they get drunk. And yo, this is horrible.
Once the investigation into the incident began, the woman told SCSO what happened after the 2 deputies took her to a hotel room after the stop.
She indicated that the other officer had sexual intercourse with her. He stayed at the hotel for 1 hour with her.
Allen said footage showed Smith stayed in the room for 5 minutes, Zagari an hour. Zagari was off duty, but according to Allen, he stopped at the traffic stop on his way to the substation on a different matter. Now, Smith was not decertified today. The commission voted to suspend his post-certification pending any possible criminal charges. Right now, he cannot work with law enforcement in Tennessee. Reporting live in studio, Imani Williams, Action News 5.
So there you go. This whole thing happens in Tennessee. These cops out here in Shelby County are gang banging victims. They come out them bars, them all those distilleries. They all tow up from the flow up. They pull over your girlfriend, and then they make the call and say, I got one. Take them to the spot. They do this to them because I guarantee you the only reason why the black brother didn't get involved is probably because he had a long tour coming in, or maybe he had another call, because you don't take her all the way there to the hotel just to stay for 5 minutes. Of course you can't do that, because if that's the case, if you want to say that, then why didn't she leave? She didn't leave because he made a call to Michael to come over and knock it down, to take care of that, because he can't stay. So this is what they do, mid-shift. They're a little tired, need a little energy. They wait for praise to come out. And this is sad, and I'm not joking. This is what really happening out there in Nashville. They can act like it's not happening. They can tell you, oh, no, he just was in the area by accident. You're not in the area by accident where you accidentally go to a convenient hotel that's down with what y'all doing. This is all conspiracy. They all down with it. The cops down with it. The hotel down with it. They all down with it. How you just bring a lady in cop cars to a hotel? Right? So the owner of the hotel see 2 cop cars or a cop car there. He ain't going to come out and say what's going on. Huh? Nobody's going to inquire about this cop car that's there. Even the people that's in the hotel going to say, why the cops are here parked? Nobody's going to talk about that incident. Nobody's going to say, wait, why the cops are here? Why this lady coming out the car intoxicated? Why both of them going in that room with that one lady? None of that seems odd. That's just normal thing out there in Tennessee. That's just the normal thing that happened out there in Shelby County. But you want to tell me, hypothetically, this is all an accident. This is just coincidence. Yeah, he just happened to be there, and that's why he left. Please. They all down with it. They all down with it. They just happen to get caught, but they're all down with it. So we're going to go on to the next one. This is something that's really sad. It happened a little while ago. They covered it, and I just want to talk about it because this could have been your child, and we need to bring more awareness to this. Here we go.
Killed in Forest Park during a night out with friends, and now her grieving family is standing strong in her name.
Now, we first told you about the 25-year-old Amiya Cunningham story last night on 11 Alive News at 11, and tonight we're learning she died on her aunt's birthday. And this is a story you're only going to see on 11 Alive. We're hearing from her family for the very first time.
11 Alive's Angelina Salcido is live at the intersection of Forest Parkway and Frontage Road, where the accident happened about 11 days ago. Angelina, her family is now planning a vigil, unfortunately, to honor her life, something they didn't expect to have to do.
Yeah, and her friends actually organized this vigil, you guys. Now, we went to this vigil, and standing with her family and her friends, you can feel the heartbreak that everybody is feeling after going through this. Now, the night that Amiya went out, it was full of fun. It was supposed to be full of fun. It was her little sister's prom. It was her aunt's birthday. It was the start of a new beginning for Amiya as she was supposed to start beauty school. All of that cut short right behind me. And you can just feel the heartbreak from her family. And now they're trying to make sure that her life was not taken in vain.
There are no words to describe the devastation that we are experiencing by the killing of our beloved Amiya.
She was the brightest light in their first love.
Amiya has always been a beautiful soul full of love, laughter, friendship, a passion for animals, and a fierce love of her family.
I want to tell you guys a little bit about this. So this young lady went out partying, and what this news doesn't tell you is that she went out partying like she normally does because she likes to party. There's nothing wrong with that. I don't think it was nothing wrong that she was doing. She was partying. She had her friends. Everybody had friends. We all go out. Some carry on harder than others. Some do more than others. So in this case, what they're not going to tell you, I'm going to give you the information you need to have. She went out with 2 sets of crew, 2 or 3 people in each car. They came to an intersection on a red light, and music is playing. Amiya is a dancer. She gets out the car and she started twerking on the ground doing her dance. And she just having a good time. There's nothing wrong with that. Now, I might not do that. You might not do that, but there are people out there when they get a little intoxicated, they might do that. And that's fine. Nothing wrong with that. But we have a problem with that decision she made. She did that on a street. And of course, there's big vehicles that run on streets. Her own people that was with her, one of the people driving the other vehicle ran over her. Now, they ran over her. She was rushed to the hospital. She died. Now, whether that was intentional, because you see her there. She's on the street. She's twerking. You know she's there. So now the question for the courts to prove is, was this murder, manslaughter, whatever. 25-year-old young lady not with us anymore, and a decision to dance in the street, that decision may have cost her life.
25-year-old, the oldest of 7 siblings. Her spirit just like anyone in her family.
We know how to make sure anyone else around us is having a good time. That's exactly what she was doing on Saturday, April 26th.
Cunningham was going out with friends when she was hit by a car at the intersection of Forest Parkway and Frontage Road. Forest Park police are still investigating, but no arrests have been made.
Maya's death will not be in vain.
I just want to let you guys know, when I stop it there, that the update is they got the woman who was driving the car. It was a female driving the car, and the female was with the crew that was all out there dancing. So they're going to figure out what happened with her and find out if it was accidental. But if it was accidental, why would you run from the scene of the crime? So we already know that's not accidental. She did that. Oh, you could say you were scared. Okay, fine. You could be scared sitting there. You scared and run, you're saying something else. I'm just giving you the facts. You know, just my thoughts. This is my thoughts. I don't have to be right. I'm just saying that's what it appears to people who's watching from the outside in. You could be scared sitting down. I'm terrified. But once you run, you're putting something else out there. Once they got to find you, you're putting something else out there. Now, I can see you leaving and coming back with your lawyer. Okay. Because you shouldn't talk to them, period, unless you got supervision, which is your attorney that's there for you, because they're not there for you when you sit down and talk with cops. They're not there for you. So this is very unfortunate, and we got to tell our youth, our kids, be careful drinking. And what I'm noticing now, when I go out, what I see, and the young folks are doing it because I ain't touching it, they drinking a lot of alcohol with Red Bull. So they getting the extra buzz from the caffeine, from the Red Bull, plus the alcohol. That's a bit much. And they've been doing this for years. But, you know, I just suggest talk with your kids, talk with the youth, let them know about doing this, let them know about twerking out in the streets, what it can do to you, what it can cost you in the wrong area, wrong environment. Now, mind you, what they didn't say in all this is that she felt the vibe was off. Because, yeah, she died in the street, but they left a house. And in the house where she was with the rest of the people, she texted her friend and said, "This don't feel right. The vibe is off." So when they left, she already had got that gut feeling that this wasn't cool, but she went on anyway. So that was the last time she texted her friend, because she was murdered. And it's a sad thing that happens, but this is what's going on. We don't, you know, we got to pay attention to the vibes we get around people when we're uncomfortable and things like that. This next story I'm going to give you is sad, so sad. And it's nothing about other than just when God calls you, he calls you. Here we go.
A family trying to find the strength after a couple is killed less than 2 hours apart in 2 separate crashes. Those crashes happened overnight Friday. Now their families are preparing to lay the couple to rest.
Good evening to you, friends. Greg and Elizabeth here with you. Dion Guillory spoke with their family tonight and has their story. Hey, Dion.
Hey, Greg, the couple was building a future together, ready to get married. Separate tragedies took them, leaving behind their 4-year-old son.
I love them. I'm going to miss both of them, and I'm going to find the strength to go ahead.
Holding back tears, the families of Alexus Lee and John J.R. Collins remember the engaged couple's lives cut short. His parents holding hands while we talked about their whirlwind romance.
He loved Alexis as well as everybody else who knew her. It was a different feeling.
I want to step in right here, guys, and let you understand that this is one of the worst things can happen to any family. And I'm going to paint the picture for you so you'll understand and you're going to listen to it. You're the father, you're the groom, the husband to be. You're on your way to work or coming from work. You get a call that your wife just was in an accident on Post Road out there in Louisiana. You're racing over there to go see how your bride to be, your fiance, is doing. You already have a son with her. Life is promising. You just bought a house. You're getting married next year. Everything is fine. Your fiance dies. And while you're on your way to go see her condition, you lose control on the same road. And you are thrown from your SUV and you die as well. That's what happened to this couple right here. So sad. Let's listen up.
And it's like I know a part of me gone.
The couple, set to get married early next year, died overnight last Friday in separate crashes. State police say Alexis lost control of her SUV and crashed on Plank Road near Lemon Road in Zachary. You can still see damage left behind to this ditch. We are told investigators called JR to tell him what happened. On his way to the crash scene, troopers say he lost control of his car on Plank Road just outside the town of Clinton. He hit this tree, was ejected, and died. They leave behind their 4-year-old little boy, Gabriel.
He's just having a little problem comprehending that we can't talk to them, we can't see them, but he understands that they're asleep.
Alexis was a recent Southern University grad who taught at East Feliciana STEAM Academy.
Pretty people, man. Pretty people, good-looking people. Just a tragic accident. Took the mother and the father away from this 4-year-old boy. And the parents are there, they're left to put the pieces back together. The father's devastated. He's taking it really, really tough. He's a father of the boy, of the man, his son. He loved both of them dearly. You could see that in his eyes. Guys, when we get the news of something happening, we got to make sure that we take the time to drive safely there, because I want you to understand something, and this is a terrible way to look at it, but it's the truth. Whatever happened already, and you're going to respond to it, you can't fix it. You can race over there, do all you can, right, to get there quick as you can. But no matter how you drive and get there, you can't change what already happened. So just be mindful of that and say, I can make it worse, or I could just get there and be supportive to the situation. Because at that point, that's all you can do. When somebody passes, support. Tornado hits your house, tear your house up, support. You lose a limb, support. Animal die. Somebody precious to you, close to you, passes away. It's nothing but support. You know, you don't have money. You can only give, if you don't have the money to give them, you can only give them support. That's all we have is support after things happen. So let's be mindful of that. Be careful on the highways and byways, guys. I'm your host, Jermaine McCrimmon from Humanity Unplugged podcast. This is episode 40. Guys, let's be safe out there. That gut feeling tell you don't go, don't go. Look what just happened this Memorial Day that passed. 11 people shot, 2 killed in South Carolina. No, I think it was in Philadelphia. Crazy. So I'm just saying, come on, guys, please. Nice and easy. I love you all. Let's be safe out there, man. See you on Tuesday. Peace.